freestyle fanaticz joint. This is my love podcast where I just freestyle and I just do whatever I want to do, just talk about different things or whatever. So I'm glad y'all in here with me. Give y'all a little bit of time. We about to get to a couple of videos, some content. So, how y'all doing, man? How was y'all Cinco de Mayo? How was everything that, actually transpired with, your week? It's almost Friday. It's almost Friday. We passed hump day, so let me see. All right, y'all. So what we gonna do? The first video we gonna do, it looks like I got a lot of stuff to react to. So I might go from the bottom to the no, I go from the top to the bottom because it's gonna play all the way through. So I'm about to play this video. I'm about to play the content, and then we can definitely go from there. Let's see. We'll do Cat Williams drag Kevin Hart. That's the first one.
Fortunately, guys, he has lost ESPN.
I'll be right back, y'all.
And he has lost his $100 million podcast deal. All over some Disney.
Say what now? Not Cat Williams exposing Kevin Hart's 4-foot self for selling Shannon out to get canceled. It turns out this man is really a shakedown, like he said, because Cat Williams just stepped into the chat once again and he accused Kevin Hart of being behind the whole thing. And baby, Cat came through with all the receipts. It's not a secret that Cat Williams absolutely despises Kevin Hart, but these new allegations he's making against him are a bit insane to say the least. In fact, Kevin was one of the people Cat talked down on during his explosive 2024 interview with Shannon Sharpe. And according to Cat, Kevin is still pressed about it, and he has been working with some industry executives to destroy Shannon. It turns out that Gabriela Zuniga, the girl who is currently suing Shannon, actually has ties in the industry because of her family. And she was sent to trick Shannon's freaky self into this mess so they can ruin him. Shannon pretty much made the industry aware that his weak spot was younger women when he was talking crazy in them interviews, and now they have him exactly where they've always wanted him. Now, as I said, Cat calling Kevin out for selling out Shannon actually isn't the first time he has.
I'm saying Cat drags Kevin for selling out Shannon Sharpe. I don't know. Y'all get in the comment section. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? How you doing? We want to know right now, basically, y'all let me know that Kevin Hart go on Club Shay Shay's show or whatever.
Drag Kevin for being a sellout. He first got on Kevin's tail when he went off on him for showing up on SNL in a lace front and a dress, even after saying just a few days before that he was never going to wear a dress just to get ahead in the industry.
This like they chopping it up, but they got a lot going on with it because it's like it's explaining everything. You know what I'm saying? It's explaining all of the intricacies of what's going on as far as what this is,
He was asked about this around the same time almost every Black male celebrity was showing up on TV in a dress just to get to the next step in their career. So this was a very big deal for a lot of folks. However, when Kevin went back on his own words, people felt like he had sold out his soul, and Kat was one of them. The reason why Kevin was even asked about this in the first place is because Dave Chappelle had just had a very explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, where he had said he got into trouble with the producers of a movie he was just making with Martin Lawrence because they wanted him to put on a dress and he refused. And what's even more,
Nah, that's not true. That's an old movie. That movie right there, that movie is like, that's an old movie. I think it's called Blue Steel or something like that. And it was something in the movie where they wanted Dave Chappelle was in the movie and he played like as like a robber, a crackhead, a little something like that. But in the movie, they wanted Dave Chappelle to actually wear a dress. And they kept trying to make him do it. And he was like, no, I don't want to wear a dress. Like, that's not what we do here. Like, y'all gotta think Dave Chappelle, them, mama and daddy, them, they professors, nigga. Like, don't think he's stupid out here because he out here telling jokes and shit. Like, that's just what he do for a living. He ain't ignorant and he's not stupid at all. So after that, they kept trying to make him wear the dress. He was like, no, I'm not gonna do that shit. Then he said all of a sudden they had a new script without a dress all of a sudden. So basically you tried to make me do this and try to, get these people to make me think that I had to be on this type of timing, but I didn't have to. And they kept trying to make him do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's crazy, bro. That right there is crazy.
crazy is that when he made it clear he wasn't going to wear that dress, they all of a sudden had another script ready to go.
Damn, they just said, hold on.
There is.
Hold on, y'all. I just explained the stuff, bro. I ain't seen this. I haven't seen this yet. But they explained the whole story and like how I just told the story, bro. They explained this shit, bro.
To a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them dots like, why all these brothers have to wear a dress? This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a... and he put this dress on.
It just sounds weird as fuck, bro. It sounds weird to me.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Nigga tell me, hey, nigga, you gotta put on a dress.
That
It's gonna be funny, bro. We gonna do this.
You don't feel comfortable with it. I mean,
I'm be looking at you like,
fit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, babe. We got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute waste costs this much money. No, the pressure comes in.
listen, y'all, like, this is the things that they try to do at your jobs, at your churches, at a lot of different specters in life. It ain't just about getting famous. It's about certain things that people try to control you and make you do things, bro. Like, you got to be careful about how you let people talk to you, and you got to listen to the context of when they're and why they're talking to you. Because at the end of the day, my nigga, like, it might not be what you think it is. You might think you coming in like just for a job or whatever. And they trying to, run you. Like, y'all got to be careful at these jobs out here, man.
I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't even wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? We're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves, and then like the director comes in, really great if you wear the dress. And it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing the dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene, damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
This interview really shook people at the time, and other celebrities were asked what their thoughts.
How did you write the scene so fast? They were trying to play Dave Chappelle by making him wear a dress. Like this happens in Hollywood. Some dude named Shabuzi or something like that. He just went to the Met Gala. This man had on like some feminine clothes and all that. And they keep trying to tell y'all when they do this, it's like a ritual. But bro, it ain't even a ritual no more because like, bro, y'all done made the shit normal now. Like nigga walk around in dresses every day. Like
were on Dave's cup.
I don't agree with it, but hey, apparently everybody outside of this shit do.
One of the celebrities who was asked about it was Kevin Hart, and that is when he said he would never wear a dress.
Kevin Hart said he would never wear a dress. And actually, right after that interview, he went to Saturday Night Live and was on that in a dress, bro. You bucked against the well, I ain't gonna say that. You bucked against the system. We're gonna say the system. We'll say system. We're not gonna say that word. You bucked against the system, and right after that, you go wear a dress. Come on, bro.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts and so that, you know, you wouldn't?
Hey, everybody in here, hit the like button, man. Y'all watch it, hit the like button. That shit free, bro. Hit the like button.
I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries.
Y'all want to donate to the channel? Hit the Cash App in the description.
You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged. So, you know, I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show this morning. You said no to that. That was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm look stupid. You know, at the end of the day, you got to know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be finished, and you don't want that to happen.
So it's like you say things can diminish your brand, things that you have did, bro. The Rock played a gay character. The Rock done did some questionable things as far as to be a man in a movie. He done picked you up and held you like a baby in a movie. That's true. You might be a plant, bro, because the things that they saying, bro, like you saying you would never wear a dress, but show up with a dress right after it you make this interview go. So come on, man.
And so, you know, protecting my brand.
Because, bro, it's not that funny, bro. Like, even when Dave Chappelle was trying to explain to them why he didn't want to wear a dress, they came to him with like, oh, all the greats have did it. Dave Chappelle like, well, if all the greats have did it, it's old now. So I don't want to wear a dress. Like, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that?
Priority.
But not too long after this interview, Kevin shamelessly popped out in an SNL skit wearing a dress and a wig.
Looks of it, the new pope is not Turkson.
Come on.
The new pope is not.
And look what they talking about, y'all. The new pope. Who just passed away? Rest in peace. The pope. The pope just passed away. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You got a black pope dressed up like a female in a dress. Bro, y'all gotta pay attention to what they showing y'all in the media, bro. You gotta like kind of like scale back. And you know, it might be funny when you first look at it, but then you gotta scale back and look at the symbolism and things that they're doing as far as what they are trying to show you, bro. Like, ain't nothing new under the sun. And when they showing you things, don't believe okay, this is just a movie. Look at iRobot. Back in the day, we thought iRobot, oh, that's just a movie. That's just a movie script or whatever. Now I can go on Chat GPT and ask it anything. They got actual robots that could. I could buy a robot right now for 20 G's and it'll come and clean my house up, bro. It's not. It's not far fetched, bro. This stuff ain't far fetched from what they trying to tell y'all, fam.
10-year-old Oscar nominee, Convention Wallace.
At the time, Kevin.
Same thing with Enemy of the State. I don't know if y'all remember, and it's crazy. Both of these are Will Smith movies, I, Robot and Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State, what was crazy was about that movie was like, I think he had a cell phone and they was able to track the cell phone. So this before a lot of people actually knew about GPS and they could track your phones and things of that nature. So when they watched the movie, they was like, they can't do that. They can't figure out where you at. Bro, they got GPS now, bro. If you do anything, any type of crime, if I go do anything wild, insane, bro, they could track me through my phone.
Wasn't a
all kind of stuff, dog.
Actor or anything like that, but he was definitely not where he wanted to be. So he took full advantage of the chance he got and put on that dress because he knew it was going to be that breakthrough he desperately needed in his career.
They say he put the dress on because it was going to be a breakthrough. Come on, bro. Like, they're letting you know that it's certain rituals that you have to go through. So when you're dealing with rituals, like, I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but we'll just say, I'm just gonna say this. For me, I'm not gonna make no oath to a man. I never make an oath to a man. Like, you're actually selling your soul when you make an oath to a man. The only oath that you're supposed to make is to God. That's it. Somebody might say something different, but hey, if y'all in the conversation.
Now, of course, when people called him out, he got all defensive and put out this tweet that said, I wore a dress on SNL because I thought it was funny.
So before he just said he didn't think it was funny, but now he thinks it's funny. So like, basically, you went against the qualities of what you wouldn't do because you wanted to make people laugh. That's what we're talking about here. You're going against your morality to make people laugh, to get more money and to get the more fame and to get the more acclaim. Like, it's crazy.
That decision, nobody made it for me. I am my own boss. And now, as I said earlier, Kat was later asked about this, and he didn't hesitate calling Kevin a sellout. He said he didn't blame Kevin for selling his soul because he was just part of a long lineage of Black men being made to wear a dress in order to transition to that next level of fame. And Kevin was just doing what he was told he needed to.
What I'm trying to figure out is, this is the key to this video, bro. Why you have to do something immoral? Because in the Bible, it says a man shouldn't, try to be a woman, and a woman shouldn't try to be a man. Why do something immoral to get money? Like, it makes no sense.
To make it in Hollywood.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now we picking on poor little Kevin Hart because it was his turn next.
Okay.
But see, Kat wasn't just saying this because of Kevin obviously going back on his words. He also said this because at the time, the industry was actively trying to get rid of him and find a replacement, and the person they were trying to replace him with was Kevin. Unlike Kat, Kevin was willing to do everything they told him to do, even if it went against his morals.
So it's like Cat Williams, and Cat Williams had the breakout interview with Shannon Sharp last year. Early January, like damn near the end of the month, and he exposed basically a lot of things, and people aren't pretty. It's a lot of people in the industry that's not happy about the things that he said. As far as the industry, as far as the practices that they do to keep you in line to go up the ladder. So yeah, that too.
And that's the exact kind of person that Kat wasn't. So when Kevin started to rise, sabotaged Kat and started pushing out false rumors about him being a raging crackhead.
You're a sucker. The reason I don't do Big Tigger is because I had a tumor in my upper jaw and they had to take it out. And they had to block the whole right of my sinus with a piece of metal. So ever since I got out the Marine Corps, I can only breathe out of one nostril.
I didn't know that. I don't know what's going on right now. They talking about. I don't know what this is about.
Boy, I get my blood tested every 3 months for the last 15 years. All narcotic tests have come up 0.00%. I'm 44 years old, little Tigger. You look up my rap sheet. I have never had a DUI or a possession of anything, not even the I do every.
I ain't for that because I done got caught with weed by the police. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have got caught with weed by the police, went to jail, all that real shit. I ain't gonna say and lie to you. I done been in jail before, but I don't got no felonies or nothing. I done went to jail for weed before and all that shit, so that ain't nothing, bro. That ain't shit, bro. Them folk ain't gonna do nothing to you about no weed.
See, when you real, you can tell the truth about anything.
They blackballed Kat so hard that he stopped getting any roles and had to pull back from the spotlight altogether.
And that's crazy because when they tried to pull back from Kat started doing things that was more intricate as far as his artwork, his talent, his range as a comedian and as an actor. Not just a comedian, but his range as a fucking actor. So then when you think about things like that and that nature, bro, this man got I don't know what it was. He got some type of award for what the character he played on the show ATL with Donald Glover.
That was until 2018 when he made his comeback and got on Kevin's tail to expose him for the fraud he is.
46 female black comedians that I know personally that I put on tour who have a hard time getting a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A after they headline 7 shows at a club for $2,500 a week.
But people like real, and that's why
Is that what they like?
They love real.
Oh, because everybody's real then. So don't trip.
No.
Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about Cat. Cat came down here to Atlanta. He was trying to promote one of his comedians that his name Red, Big Red. Y'all, a lot of y'all might know Red. He light skinned, kind of, just a little heavy. So he ain't no big old fat man, but he like a little chunky or whatever. So, Red was going on the damn what the lady name is. It's in Atlanta, bro. If y'all know, man, get in the comment section. Wanda, her name was Wanda, and she was on the radio. So he was trying to promote this man's show, period. He didn't even want to go online. He didn't want to go online and say, oh, I'm promoting this man. He wanted him to go on there. He just was going on there with him for like basically, I got your back or whatever. She wanted Cat Williams to come on the show. And the craziest thing about that is Cat Williams was like, I really don't, this his set. I don't want to, be involved with this. I just brought him here to be support to, him being on the radio. Man, tell me why she begged Cat Williams to get on there. And then she lies to him and tell him, oh, we're not going to talk about nothing negative. We just going to uplift you, whatever, by the comedian. And tell me why Cat Williams get on there and she goes to the opposite of everything he's saying that she said that she was going to do in the interview. She started talking about the man going to jail. He was like, he refuted that. She started talking about his hair. He was like, this is my hair, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Then it got so crazy where it was like she flipped the interview to where it was like she was acting like Cat was coming after her. They ended up chasing Cat Williams with a pistol down the street. Her husband. These are facts. Like this ain't no shit. I'm just just pulling out the motherfucking woodwork, nigga. This real shit, bro. Like, and now this lady, guess what? Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Wanda. She's not even here no more. So that's how you got to look at things, bro. You deal with people accordingly, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I done got to talking this shit. Hold on.
Well, knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt.
Now, even though Kat didn't mention Kevin in the interview, Kevin definitely felt some type of way about it. You know how the saying goes, a hit dog is gonna holler, and baby, Kevin did a whole lot of hollering. During a heated interview on The Breakfast Club, he called Kat a failure and said the reason Kat wasn't as big as him was because he chose substances over his career.
My frustration with Kat.
So this is where Kevin Hart went wrong too. You're judging someone and you don't know the circumstances. Bro, you can't judge nobody if you don't know what's going on in their household, bro. This man said Cat Williams is on substances. This is substance. I smoke weed, bro. This is substance. And it's legal, bro. It's legal. And I'm in Atlanta. We got legal guns, legal weed, all that shit. Georgia haven't legalized weed, but they have softened up the laws. Like if you catch me with a dime or a 20 or a 7 gram or something like that, you can't lock me up, bro. Not in Georgia. The only thing you can do is give me a ticket. Anything after that, you got to go sit down. You got some places, but they catch you with a nick bag, boy, you going to prison, bro. You going to prison. Then let them catch you with a nick bag, nigga. Your ass going down, boy. You going to jail out here, my nigga. But Cat Williams is like, I don't use. He even said that on, I think, the Club Shay Shay interview. He was like, I don't use illicit like crack and all that, bruh. Me, myself, I never touched cocaine in my life, ever. I'm 46 years old, never touched cocaine and all this other shit they talking about. Never, bro. Ice, meth, all that, no, never.
Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions?
He's saying he needs to take responsibility for his actions, but he's taking responsibility for his actions. He's saying, I'm not going to do what you want me to fucking do. You can't make me do what you want me to do, bro. Like, you can make them do what you want them to do, but I'm not going to do it.
Had the shot.
Cat was in that position at one point.
You were the guy. Yeah. You were set up to be the star.
You were the guy. You were set up to be the star. But he wasn't willing to do the things that they wanted him to do that went against him being a fucking man, bro.
You didn't show up to work. You promo shoots.
So the stuff about him not showing up, promo shoots and all this, Cat Williams called that out. I think he called it out on the Shannon Sharp interview where he was like, no company ever wanted him to, do certain things and he didn't do whatever they wanted him to do. So
You off your promo trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose you.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve or isn't really a comedian, and these other women have worked hard, which they have.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to Melanie Camacho, shouts out to Lunel, shouts out to Leslie Jones, who are all underneath the umbrella of Cat Williams. Cat Williams, have you ever used your platform to bring the people that were under you up? You haven't. So because you...
I can't say that because Lunel has a great career. Lunel Lunel can go anywhere. She might can go to Iceland and it's gonna be some people, they don't even have to be black and they don't know exactly who she is. You know what I'm saying? Lunel is a figure in this comedy world that's I'm not gonna say revered, but she's a staple in the comedy world. You know, anywhere she goes, people are gonna recognize her. She's not like no little small fry here, bro. Like it's movies I've been watching years and years ago. Lunel was in the goddamn movie. And I love Lunel. Lunel funny as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
haven't.
She in one of my favorite movies, with Snoop and Wiz Khalifa. Damn, what the name of that movie is? My homeboy, he did the wardrobe in the movie. I forget the name of the movie, but she was like, she was in the principal's office, or she was the principal or something like that. But yeah, I remember that.
Those knows that now are. I use my platform and I brought my guys and girls up. The brand of Kevin Hart is a brand that's expanded so far.
But see, the thing about it is like, bro, like just because you bring somebody up, that don't mean that the person that you brought up is culpable of the greatness that you're trying, like the pedestal that you're trying to put them on. So if somebody else calls them out, like Cat Williams, if he calls out the people that you brought up and that ain't what it is, like, how can you get mad? You know what I'm saying?
Like me or not, my presence in comedy will forever be felt because I'm a boss. I sit on the top of it, and the opportunities I'm getting are the ones that I'm creating. So take responsibility for what you did. You. Nobody else did. You don't hear Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, the Kings of Comedy, Seinfeld. You don't hear George Lopez, Eddie Griffin. You don't hear who else can I go down the road of other comedians? Steve Martin, Martin Short. You don't hear the guys that got on top and that made it by doing what they love complain about the people that are coming under them. The reason why is because they're happy with themselves. Don't blame everybody else for your shit. Don't show my sister light because you're not happy with your shit. This earned, it's not given.
Child.
That don't make sense. Because just like Cat Williams, when he said, you know, what do you think an industry plant is? And then he also explained, he was like, what comedian or actor have you seen come to LA in their first year, they have a movie that their main star? That's industry plant to me. You dig?
As y'all can see, Cat wasn't having it at all because the allegations Kevin made against him were pretty wild, and Cat didn't hold back from dragging him for filth when he appeared on Shannon's Club Shay Shay last year.
Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies.
So Kat was basically putting it out there that he believes there is no way Kevin could have been able to climb up in Hollywood so fast without the help of the white elites fueling his career.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years?
He also made...
Because he ain't sold the soul yet. That's when you cross over, like, I don't know, like, if y'all know, it's a couple stories, but Robert Johnson, man, they say he went, like, they say, like, he used to play guitar and BB King and them, you know, they used to pick at him because they were like, he couldn't play. They say Robert Johnson disappeared and went to the crossroad. They said that he met with the devil. And when he met with the devil, he gave the devil and it restrained his guitar. And after that, he came back months later at Road 66. It was a crossway, it was the crossway. And when he came back, they said, BB King said, he's the best musician I've ever heard. That's what BB King said. So, you know, people can sell their soul to the devil to get, you know. And the craziest thing about Robert Johnson, he was a great musician. He didn't get
the checks from the high ups in the industry to stay quiet about certain issues.
And this is why when I'm in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
Kat then recalled the time when he was blackballed because he refused to do a scene of him getting SA'd in the movie Friday Afternoon.
They tried to get this man to do some stuff he wasn't willing to do. In the Friday movie, they wanted him to actually get raped. He said, "No, we're not doing that, bro. Like this is not what we're doing here." So this is his basically explaining how they tried to get him to do a scene where a male was going to get raped. And it's crazy because the Quentin Tarantino movie with Samuel L. Jackson and all them and Ving Rhames actually got raped in the movie with an apple in his mouth.
Next, apparently the producers thought the scene would be funny, but Kat didn't see how someone getting SA'd could possibly be funny, so he refused to do it. After the wrapped film, Kat was blacklisted in every movie he was supposed to be starring in was given to Kevin because Kevin was willing to do them without asking for anything to be changed.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams.
And they say Ricky Smiley was okay with getting done in the butt on camera. That's why Ricky Smiley was crying afterwards, after all this came out.
had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talk about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and never funny, no matter who it happened.
That's what I was trying to tell these people when I did my video about Andrew Schultz. I was like, it ain't nothing funny about Andrew Schultz joking about he gonna grape Kendrick Lamar. That's not funny, bro. You saying, oh, he little, he this and that, and if I catch you in the cell, bro, that's not a joke, bro. First off, like, that's gay, bro. You talking about doing something to another man. Second off, you talking about essay. That's never cool. That's never a joke. That's never something to laugh at. I don't care if somebody in prison. That's not a joke, bro.
Or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting ripped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story?
Now, Kevin didn't directly respond to the allegations Kat made against him, but he made Kat aware. He wanted all the smoke by seemingly sending him a strong warning. He trolled Kat's interview during his commentary on the New York Knicks versus Philadelphia game, when he made a few sarcastic and corny jokes about Kat buying the Knicks and dropping them off at the game.
Another fun fact about the New York Knicks, I don't know if you guys know this, but Cat Williams bought the Knicks.
He definitely bought it.
He bought the Knicks,
Yeah.
and it's rumored that he took the Knicks back, returned them with a receipt.
Yeah, you can do that. You didn't know you could do
the
that.
first person ever did.
Yeah.
Other known fact, Cat dropped them off.
Oh, wow. Cat just dropped shit.
He gave him a ride.
Spaceship. Okay. In a spaceship. Copy that? Spaceship. That he parallel park.
Known fact, Cat Williams has an NBA basketball court in his living room.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy with that. He said something about a spaceship with a parallel park. If y'all don't know, Cat Williams had a famous joke about him parallel parking, and he accused Cedric the Entertainer of taking this joke. And when Cedric the Entertainer took the joke, he changed, like, Cat Williams is like, I was in a car. But he changed it to a spaceship. So maybe that's what they was talking about. He was trying to, like, allude to that
He's the first to ever
on the lower level.
He's the first to embrace a true hardwood floor.
Yeah.
He bought it in his home.
But according to Kat, even though Kevin was out there making it look like he was unbothered, he was very much bothered, and he has been working overtime to destroy them after Kat spoke about them on his show. Well, people are now revisiting that, and they believe that Kevin was behind that the entire time.
He said, but my mama said, boy, it's power in the tongue. Yes. He said, he told me, and my guy, George is over there, he said, now they're gonna come for you. I said,
now hold on, y'all gotta listen to this part. Now hold on, y'all gotta listen to this part. He said, I said this in one of my other videos. I said that after he did the video with Cat Williams, he said they're gonna come for you. Now look at what's going on with Shannon Sharp right now, bro. Look at what's going on with Shannon Sharp right now, bro.
After I gave birth, fortunately, guys.
Oh man.
Part lies.
So Kat was basically putting it out there that he believes there is no way Kevin could have been able to climb up in Hollywood so fast without the help of the white elite.
Damn, y'all, I messed it up, but I'm gonna keep playing. Hold on.
Fueling his career.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already
Okay, let's keep going. Let me see.
My face. No.
Sure.
The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
Cat then recalled the time when he was blackballed because he refused to do a scene of him getting SA'd in the movie Friday After Next. Apparently, the producers thought the scene would be funny, but Cat didn't see how someone getting SA'd could possibly be funny, so he refused to do it. After they wrapped filming, Cat was blacklisted in every movie he was supposed to be starring in was given to Kevin because Kevin was willing to do them without asking.
A black man saying, hey, bro, we ain't gonna do, I'm getting essayed in a movie. And they blackball me because I don't want to do that. Like, that's crazy.
For anything to be changed.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom. And that's what Ricky Smiley was.
Ooh, that's what he said that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with.
Okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talk about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. Mm-hmm. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it,
come on,
I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with getting ripped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story?
And now Kevin didn't directly respond to the allegations Cat made against him, but he made Cat aware. He wanted all the smoke by seemingly sending him a strong warning. He trolled Cat's interview during his commentary on the New York Knicks versus Philadelphia game, when he made a few sarcastic and corny jokes about Cat buying the Knicks and dropping them off at the game.
Another fun fact about the New York Knicks, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Cat Williams bought the Knicks.
He definitely bought it.
He bought the Knicks,
yeah.
And it's rumored that he took the Knicks back, returned them with a receipt.
You can do that. You didn't know you could do that.
The first person ever did.
Yeah.
Other known fact, Cat dropped them off.
Oh, wow. Cat in a spaceship.
He gave him a ride.
In a spaceship. Okay. In a spaceship. Copy that? Spaceship that he parallel parked.
Known fact, Cat Williams has an NBA basketball court in his living room. He's the first to ever really...
Oh, yeah.
He's the first to embrace a true hardwood floor.
Yeah.
He bought it in his home.
But according to Cat, even though Kevin was there making it look like he was unbothered, he was very much bothered, and he has been working overtime to destroy Shannon. And this actually makes sense because if y'all remember, Shannon revealed a while ago that someone was trying to get them to cancel his show after Cat spoke about them on his show. Well, people are now revisiting that, and they
But my mama said, boy, there's power in the yes. He told me and my guy Jordan, he said, now they're gonna come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything. Right. He said they're gonna come. And they're gonna say a lot of different things. And they're gonna be some people that you thought you might be able to get, that they're not gonna come now. Right. That's absolutely has happened. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it. And then no call. They won't follow the so for the song. So I understand.
But it doesn't stop there because word on the street is Kevin is also behind this new Shannon S.A. lawsuit, and the girl who is suing him, Gabriela Zuniga, is actually related to a popular Hollywood family. Jaguar Wright was actually the one who brought up this when she spilled the tea about Gabriela's connection to the old popular Hollywood actress, Daphne Zuniga.
He also skipped over the name that he dropped. She's a very unique name. Now, I'm not going to say her first name, but the family name that she holds is Zuniga. I've been researching, trying to figure out if she's related to the Hopkins. Because Daphne Zuniga has ties in some interesting areas behind the scenes. Melrose Place actress. Does anybody remember?
No,
Meryl's place, yeah, 1990s.
Yeah, Daphne Zuniga. She has ties, like I said, some very interesting Hollywood ties.